Good afternoon, Raider baseball fans, and welcome to Northeast Sports Park down in San Antonio. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Michael Francis alongside Mr. Jonathan Kaspar, and we've got all our bugs worked out. We were having some connectivity issues. That's why we're running a little bit behind. The servers here around Northeast Sports Park were just really slow for streaming, and so we've tried to find a different server that was more optimal for us. Fortunately, we found one. Actually, it's out of the University of Texas. So there you go. So a change of venue due to the weather. And of course, it moved time up for us, but Jonathan and I were able to make the broadcast happen. And so we're here.
Yeah, Shannon Solis was all over it. She goes, "Hey guys, I know it's not optimal, but game change got 4 to Northeast. Like, okay, I'm at home. He's at home. Let's make it happen." And here we are, ready to go. And it was a weather thing, folks. Originally, it was haze at 7 o'clock, but they knew that weather was coming in. The weather was going to stick with the field a long time and probably not even allow warm-ups on time. So as opposed to starting late, they bounced it forward ahead of the next cell that's coming from the south, and we're down here in San Antonio. So,
yep, and here we are. So Smithson Valley comes into today. They're out of District 26 5A. They're 19-10 on the season, 11-5 overall in district play. Their head coach is Chad Kell. He's in his 20th year with 432 career wins. He's assisted by Lane Bowman, Alan Lynch, William Wood, and Isaac Thornton. Their 2024 record was 23-9 and 12-2 in district play and by district finalists with 6 returning starters. Your Rouse Raiders out of District 25 5A come into today 22-9-2, 12-2 in district play and district co-champions with Liberty Hill. They're coached by Chad Crimpine. He's in his 24th year with 536 career wins. He's assisted by Manny Perez, Drew David, and Will Noble. Their 2024 record was 34-10 and 10-4 in district play and were state semifinalists with 4 returning starters.
yeah, and folks, to let you know where this was potentially headed, they did elect to get here, move it up, and get Northeast Sports Complex, as opposed to the other two options were going down to Laredo
or Corpus Christi
and playing this game just to make sure we get it in, because if it does not get in today, we do not have another day, another opportunity. It would probably come down to a coin flip.
Probably,
and that's just something
unless it's based on run differential.
Not something you want to see, right? You do not want to see their season.
Don't want to backdoor your way into
come down to a coin flip
the next round.
Right.
So they're about to introduce lineups, so I'm not sure if we've got the time to go over some other things, but we'll get them in within the broadcast for the other teams that have advanced to the next round. And Jonathan will cover that. Plus, we didn't get to go over the last week of district play scores for the final games of the district play, and we'll go over that too sometime during the broadcast. So lineups are being introduced, and we will follow suit for the visiting Rouse Raiders. Leading off will be number 27, Adolfo Arribes, in right field. Batting second will be the shortstop, number 7, Jacob Solis. Batting third will be the first baseman, number 9, Mason Gonzalez. Batting fourth will be the center fielder, number 6, Connor Thompson. Batting fifth will be the second baseman, number 12, Christian Caro. Batting sixth will be the designated hitter, number 11, Andrew Sanchez. He will be hitting for the starting pitcher today, number 33, Carter May. Batting seventh will be the left fielder, number 3, Adrian Graves. Batting eighth will be the catcher, number 21, Carson Pruitt. And rounding out the order will be the third baseman, number 1, Scott Knight.
Yeah, so Coach changing things up a little bit, getting Adolfo Arribes further up in that lineup and getting him in the leadoff spot. And definitely a situation that could play out very nicely for the Raiders, as Adolfo led all of district for batting average. So really, really good season he's had thus far this year.
For the Smithson Valley Rangers, leading off will be the shortstop, number 3, Blake Allen. Batting second will be the center fielder, number 12, P.K. Miller. Batting third will be the catcher, number 36, Bryce Wells. Batting fourth will be the first baseman, number 34, Aiden Verrett. Batting fifth will be the starting pitcher, number 9, Cooper Gibson. Batting sixth will be the designated hitter, number 7, Andrew Langsford. Oh, it's Lunsford. I'm sorry. I've been pronouncing his name wrong. Andrew Lunsford. Batting, he will be hitting for the third baseman, number 40, Adam De Hoyos. Batting seventh will be the left fielder, number 5, Trey Morgan. Batting eighth will be the right fielder, number 4, Luke Schrader. And batting ninth will be the second baseman, number 26, Justin Fruscella.
Well, I did the downloads, but that didn't seem to work.
What's not seeming to work?
Oh, messages stored media. I sent you the picture.
We're going to take a moment for the national anthem. We'll be right back here in just one moment. Thank you for tuning in and watching Rouse Raider playoff baseball here on SHN Sports. We'll be right back.
The playing of our national anthem.
It's playoff baseball time in Texas as we are set to get underway here at Northeast Sports Park in San Antonio, Texas. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Michael Francis alongside Mr. Jonathan Kaspar, and what a day for baseball, Jonathan.
Yes, sir. Got avoided the weather. Got a little overcast skies. Good breeze blowing directly in from left center. Well, actually, no, I guess it's more of a right field to left field, directly across the field. It did seem like it was right into us as papers are blowing all over the place over here. But I didn't know if anybody could hear it and caught that at home, but we even had a little flyby.
Yeah, how about that?
Over to kick off our game since we're so close to Fort Sam, right around the corner here, and had a little airplane right over the top. Couldn't see it because, the overcast skies, but we heard it.
Defensively for the Rangers on the mound, number 9, Cooper Gibson. Behind the plate, number 36, Bryce Wells. At first base, number 34, Aiden Verrett. At second base, number 26, Justin Fruscella. At third base, number 40, Adam De Hoyo. At short, number 3, Blake Allen. In left field, number 5, Trey Morgan. In center field, number 12, P.K. Miller. And in right field, number 4, Luke Schrader.
Oh, the dang defensive chart guy didn't do his job there.
Leading off for the Rouse Raiders, number 27, Adolfo Arribes. Little change in the lineup. Adolfo usually batting in the middle of the order, leading off today. That pitch misses low for ball 1. And we are underway. Gibson deals. That is cut on. That is hit back up toward the middle. That is played by Fruscella. The throw to first is not in time.
Interfered. He turned, he rounded.
No, he called the.
He's calling interference. He's good.
No, he's calling Uribe's out.
No.
He called Uribe's out.
Adolfo runs into Verrett as he turns to go to second, which stopped him, and they called him out, which should not be the case. It should be interference.
So, I mean, the throw wasn't. He didn't interfere with the throw to first.
No. He interfered with Uribe turning to go to second.
Right.
After Uribe slid in to try to beat the throw, the ball got away. He jumps up and takes off to second and ran smack into Aiden Verrett. Stopped him from getting to second base. So what you're supposed to do as a runner is you continue. You do not stop and come back. You continue and expect that you are going to get an interference call by the first base umpire. And it looks like they're calling him safe because now the argument is between Coach Kale and the first base umpire. So they did call him safe, even though he
Right. He indicated that he was out.
Yeah, he gave the out indication. Now it's going to be a powwow session here between the four umpires. Again, great job here with playoffs as we do get the advantage of all four officials.
And home plate
baseline.
Home plate umpire had a better view of that, I felt like, and he should say, that's the right call.
It was. I mean, I without a doubt, I'm going to say that was the correct call to allow him to have second. Again, taking nothing away from Bryce Wells, beating that ball up the line and getting to it, so he was able to make the. Actually, it wasn't Bryce Wells that made the play. It was actually Cooper.
It was
Gibson.
Fruschella who played the ball and flew to first to Verrett.
Right. And then I think Cooper Gibson was the one that actually got the overthrow.
Okay, so it's interference on the first baseman.
Yes, again, watching that unfold, that is definitely the right call. And
so that will go, he will get the single, and then the error will be on Fruschella. So that will be an E4 on moving to second base. Well, no, because it's the interference. Never mind.
Interference.
And he reaches on the error. That's what it is. So E4, interference.
Jacob Solis rounds to bunt, pulls back as the ball is delivered low for ball one.
Okay, now I've got my book all set up. So, Yahoo, they're live. Veronica Arnold, thank you guys for streaming. Let's go Raiders. This is bunted back up toward the first baseline, played by Verrett. Fruschella covering first for the sacrifice bunt. Uribe advances to third on the sacrifice.
And now coming in is Big Gonzo, Mason Gonzalez, having an awesome series here to start the playoffs.
Righty-lefty matchup. That pitch down the middle for a strike. One on with one out here in the top of the first. No score as of yet. So Mason Hunt's asking, when the ball is in play, could you switch to the big view? Would love to see the runner in the defense.
Yep, that was on me. I got caught up with
being
what
a spectator.
Was happening.
Mr. Spectator, Mr. Engineer, Mr. Analyst. He wears. That pitch misses. He called that a strike?
No. He had a foul.
Ball. Okay.
That was ball one.
It's a 1-2.
Yeah, he started out in an 0-2 hole.
Wells gives the sign. Gibson comes set. The 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss for strike 3. That will bring up Connor Thompson. First pitch, that is fouled off for a strike. Beautiful ballpark here at Northeast Sports Park in San Antonio. The 0-1, swing and a miss for strike 2.
Great breaking hit from Cooper Gibson
quickly
there.
In a 0-2 hole. Catches him looking for strike 3. And the Raiders don't get any runs on no hits. They leave one. After 1/2, we're scoreless here at Northeast Sports Park. On to the bottom we go. Due up for the Rangers in the bottom, Blake Allen, P.K. Miller, and Bryce Wells. Defensively for the Raiders on the mound, number 33, Carter May. Behind the plate, number 21, Carson Pruitt. At first base, number 9, Mason Gonzalez. At second base, number 12, Christian Caro. At third base, number 1, Scott Knight. At short, number 7, Jacob Solis. In left, number 3, Adrian Graves. In center, number 6, Connor Thompson. And in right, number 27, Adolfo Enrives. So, Jonathan, while we're in here, why don't we go over the by-district results?
Yes, by-district playoffs. So, Division 1, which is our division, obviously Rouse, Smithson Valley, game 1 at 1 o'clock on Saturday. Rouse winning that one 8-5. Then losing game 2 started about 4-10, 4-15, losing that one, close one there, 3-2 in the 7th, and that's led us here to game 3. Winner of this will play against Seguin in the area playoff, as Seguin did advance in straight games versus San Antonio South, or South San Antonio. New Braunfels versus Glenn went to extra innings in game 1, also at 1 o'clock on Saturday. And 8-7 was the winner there for New Braunfels. And they turned around 30 minutes later and started 9-1 in that game 2. So they did advance. In Division 2, also out of R25-5A, Liberty Hill against Piper. Liberty Hill winning 3-2 and then 5-2, advancing in straight games. They play the Eagle Pass.
Eagle Pass win
in the area round. And then Bernie Champion versus Cedar Park. Champion winning 14-4 and then 18-5, advancing to play San Antonio MacArthur.
Leading off the bottom, number 3, Blake Allen. Carter May toes in. P.K. Miller on deck. The first pitch to Allen, that's high for ball 1. Fastball cut on and hit foul. That goes over the top of the Ranger dugout for strike 1. 1-1 the count. We want to welcome everybody to this afternoon's broadcast. This is hit out to right.
Fair ball.
Hits on the line. It's a fair ball. The throw in from Enrives, and Allen will have a leadoff double to get the Ranger first underway. That'll bring up number 12, P.K. Miller. Number 36, Bryce Wells on deck. May checks Allen back at second. Picks up the sign from Pruitt. Miller lays down the bunt, throw to first, just in time. But he gets the sacrifice as he moves Allen to third. That will go 5-3. On the putout. Bryce Wells now standing in. Breaking ball on the outside corner for strike one. Number 34, Aiden Verrett on deck. Breaking ball just outside for ball one.
He offered but did not go around, and yeah, the appeal was sent down to first base, and he did call him safe. So again, yes, he was able to check that swing and avoid passing the plate.
The 1-1 pitch. This is cut on and hit deep to center. Connor Thompson underneath it. He makes the catch, and Allen will score easily on the sac fly to center.
Really? Okay. This is the type of home plate umpire that was not going to allow Smithson Valley to meet their player close to home plate to congratulate him on the first run of the game, and immediately told the guys pump the brakes and stay back towards the dugout. So
got one of those.
Yeah. Hate taking away from these boys'
joy,
celebration, you know.
Swing and a miss on a pitch down and away to Verrett for strike one. Swing and a miss on a fastball down the middle for strike two. Both of these teams have been pretty evenly matched so far through the series. Fastball just outside for ball one.
Yeah, a little high, a little outside there. So, of course, watching Carter May giving that slight leg kick delay before he delivers.
The 1-2. Oh, not sure where that missed, but
great looking pitch.
It looked good from our vantage point, but we are kind of sitting off to the side.
We are. We're up the first.
In all fairness.
So can't really see where it crosses the plate. All we can really do is look at.
Deuce is wild for Verrett.
Look at how the catcher.
2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs. That pitch outside for ball 3.
So quickly goes down 0-2 and then is able to battle back in and lay off of at least 2 of those 3 pitches that looked really good.
Peyton says, let the boys play, Blue.
And just like
that pitch outside for ball 4, and that will bring up Cooper Gibson as Verrett draws the walk as he was behind 0-2.
I think he's looking for the chalk.
Yep.
The rosin bag is what they're looking for. There it is. Yeah, just some of those getting away from Carter May, trying to get that breaking pitch in, and several pitches sailing on him out of the zone.
1 on with 2 outs for Cooper Gibson. First pitch low for ball one. Be sure and give a shout out for your favorite team, your favorite player. We'll give you the shout out on the broadcast. All we ask is that you keep it fan friendly. That is hit out to left center. That is going to be extra bases.
And
Barrett will turn third, and he will head for home, and there will be no throw. And that'll be an RBI double for Cooper Gibson. Rangers lead this 2-0.
Yeah, Cooper Gibson helping his own self out as he is the starting pitcher on the opposite side here, and he is immediately relieved by number 20 as the courtesy runner, Braden O'Malley. Let's see that fiery red hair, man. Is that? Yeah, there's some red hair underneath that helmet.
Andrew Lunsford makes his way to the plate.
Two really solid hits, plating runs there. One that was the deep fly ball to center, able to see Blake Allen, tag up, and then that shot into the gap out in left center brings in Verrett, big guy, just motored around those bases.
Swing and a miss for strike one.
You know,
nothing in one, the count to Lunsford.
We talked about the size of old Aiden Verrett over there at first baseman, and he's a big boy.
Mr. Fortnite Kid says Luke Williams, Smithson Valley. Shout out for Blake Allen as well, and Smithson Valley as a team. Swing and a miss for strike two. Another pitch down and away from Lunsford. Trey Morgan on deck. May from the stretch. He comes set. Breaking pitch catches him.
Looked like he called that.
I thought he called it a strike.
It looked like he went to go raise his arm up to call strike three and then stopped. He goes, no, that's low. Wow.
Okay. Well, he changed his call in mid-call.
In mid-call, like literally,
that's interesting.
The arm did come up as if it was going to be the punch out. And
right.
It goes out ball low.
The 1-2, fastball cut on and hit foul.
That bounces off of the dividing wall, protecting the players in the Raider dugout. And the camera. And that spun all the way out there to right field. Adolfo Uribe is able to play that one.
That's the first time I've ever seen an umpire go to make the punch out call and change his call in mid-call.
Yeah, he did. It's just like he was
got
ahead of himself.
In my 12 years of broadcasting, that's the first time I've ever saw that. The 1-2, that is cut on and hit over to short. That'll be played by Solis. The throw to first will not be in time, and that will hop over Gonzalez, and that will score Gibson. Or actually, O'Malley will cross the plate on the error. That was a single. He beat out the throw. But he'll advance on the error.
Infield ball is playing very, very slow. I mean, again, rain did come through. It is a turf field, but even turf can be influenced by the wetness. And I think the guys are just playing a little deep there, as we've seen a lot of close plays at first, even though they're fielded cleanly. And it was fielded cleanly by Jacob Solis, who's got a great arm, but just humidity in the air, slow rolling ball, just it's not happening as fast as we would normally expect it on a turf field.
Randy Mann checking in. Go Raiders. B. Williams 15. Go Smithson Valley.
Now batting for the injured is the left fielder, number 5, Trey Morgan.
Trey Morgan stands in from the left side. Righty-lefty matchup with Carter May on the mound. May checks Lunsford at second. Pitch low for ball 1. May comes set. The 1-0. That is cut on and hit back up towards first. That'll be played by Gonzalez. He'll step on the bag, and that will do it for the Ranger first. But they get 3 runs on 3 hits. They leave 1. And after 1 complete, it's 3-0 Smithson Valley. On to the second we go. Due up for the Raiders in the second, Caro, Sanchez, and Graves. Ashley Perez checking in. Go Raiders.
Yeah, what started out to be a very eerily similar, start on both sides, getting going about it 2 different ways. Our leadoff is on second right after the first batter. Their leadoff with a hit is on second. And then number 2 bunts him over to third, gets the first out. Number 3, here's where things change, right? I mean, it was looking, he hit a long fly ball enough to advance the runner, whereas we had our strikeout on second out, stranding our runner at third, and then the next hit was in play, and it was an out at third. So we were looking like we were heading in that direction, but a couple of good solid hits. One that plates the run, and the other one that brings the runner from first, as well as that guy was sitting on 2 strikes, in Verrett, and gets walked, and then he turns around and comes in to score. So
Christian Caro will stand in from the left side, and he will take for ball 1. Andrew Sanchez on deck. This is hit out into right field. That'll be a base hit for Christian Caro.
Very good.
The Raiders get their lead off the board.
Another good start here in the second inning. So now we just
that'll bring
need
up
to
Andrew Sanchez.
Andrew Borg Sanchez.
The wind blowing in from right field. 320 down the left field line, both lines actually. That pitch high for ball 1. 350 to the power alleys and 380 to straightaway center field. Gibson's from the stretch. The pitch. This is hit back up the middle. This is into left field. I mean, it's right center field for a base hit.
Yes, and that ball got through the infield in a hurry, as even the dive from from Justin Froschella could not get there, as he was all over. It looked like he was going to be able to knock that ball down, and it still got past him. So great shot there.
That'll bring up Adrian Graves. Carson Pruitt on deck. Graves lays down a bunt. That'll advance the 2 runners. The throw to first will be in time. On the sacrifice. That'll go 1-3 or 1-4.
All right, I had a good talk here with Carson Pruitt before the game, and he's in a really good spot here to break the ice for the Rouse Raiders, and with 2 runners in scoring position.
Jaime Caro. Let's go Raiders from sunny Puerto Rico. He says, that's my boy. Breaking ball gets the inside corner for strike 1. Yep.
Oh,
And
good
that's
shot.
outside
They will ask
for ball one.
And yes. Okay. Carson Pruitt almost bit on that one, and he was able to just hold up and keep from going around to get the ball call there.
2 on with 1 out here in the top of the second. Raiders trailing 3-0. Cooper Gibson toes in. The 1-1 pitch, that's outside for ball 2. That wind is picking up.
Yeah, it's howling, isn't it?
It is. It's blowing in from right. And kind of fluctuates between right and center.
It is. It does have that bit of a change.
Swing and a miss on a breaking ball.
Yeah, it's like earlier when I first started, I was like, oh, it's blowing directly in from, and I looked up and the flags are actually going from right field over. And the ones in left field on the fence really they're moving just a little bit, but hard to really say.
2-2 the count. Scott Knight on deck. That's in on the hands, and it goes foul.
All right.
As Pruitt stayed in the lane, which is his, and Cooper Gibson were running on the same track as the ball was just kind of.
It's hard to say that goes the way, because just like Verrett Aiden in game 1, that almost saw a collision between Andrew Sanchez and him. Andrew Sanchez went around him, going up the first base line, which he sort of had to do.
The 2-2 pitch, that's high for ball 3. And the count goes full.
Well, I heard all kinds of stuff there. He's way ahead. Well, I don't really know that he's way ahead. It's a full count. And love to see some action here.
And the pitch. This is kind of chopped up the middle. This will be played by.
And saved.
He saved.
Your foot was off when you had it in your hand, buddy.
It was played by Adam DeCorio, who threw a ball that bounced to Verrett, and I think it came out of his glove.
Yeah,
right?
Verrett made the movement. The ball came up, bounced off the heel of his glove. He was then able to reach out with his left hand and catch the ball. Only thing is, whenever he caught that ball, it took his foot off the bag. So he did catch it. He did maintain possession, but his foot was off the bag when he regained it with the bounce. Again, that's my call.
So Joe Burry comes in to courtesy run for Carson Pruitt, the catcher.
And we will now have runners on the corners if this holds up. Again, folks, mine is purely a bird's eye view here of what I saw happen. There is no advantage of instant replay here at the high school level, so we cannot give the tap, to ask for them to go to the video. And so this is where the umpires will get together, discuss what they saw. Again, home plate umpire really is the next person that had the best view.
Yeah.
And he's safe.
Okay.
So again, my read on that was, yes, he did regain possession. Aiden Verrett did, but his foot was off the bag when he did so, just as Carson Pruitt was crossing. So that works extremely well.
That will bring up Scott Knight. Scott Knight batting 9th in the order.
So we only have the 1 out, and I forgot to record that earlier on the bunt that advanced the runners to second and third. Now we have still just the 1 out. Pruitt hitting a nice, good bouncing ball. That works extremely well. Sometimes difficult to play, as well as if you get speed going up the line, forces it.
The first pitch tonight misses low for ball 1.
It can sometimes force the defender into a bad throw, as it did there.
Andrew Burry checking in. Go, Rouse, go. Gibson toes in. He has the sign. Knight shows bunt. He lays off and takes for a strike.
He did lay off. Thought that was going to be high, but I think it caught enough of the strike zone to really close, though.
Throw to first, not in time as Burry dives back in. He might want to dive a little bit lower.
Lower, yes, sir, and do not get
next
caught like we did in game 2.
He might get tapped on the back.
Yeah, and Burry should have been paying attention in game 2 to understand you do not want to get too far away.
Goes back to first.
Hey, got lower
that time. He got low. Don Miller checking in. Let's go Raiders. Bring it home.
The original Don, the OG Don,
OG Don,
and the new Don. We've had both Dons.
The stadium voice Don. The 1-1. He swings and misses for strike 2.
All right, would love to see a two-strike approach here. Shorten up. Get something in play. Again, only one out. I mean, a bunt works well here, too, if you can lay down. Well, I mean, sorry, he's already got 2 strikes. He's not going to lay a bunt, but.
So not sure how far Gibson can actually go since he pitched Saturday. I believe he pitched 3 and a third innings.
I'll tell you what. How about I go back and look? He did that in game
2.
2.
The 2-2 pitch. That's outside for ball 3. Smithson Valley fans calling for the strike.
He had 14 pitches.
Is that all he had?
Yeah. So
okay, he's good.
Able to go,
he's good.
He's able to go 90.
Robert Curtis, take care of business, Rouse. The payoff pitch, that's high for ball 4 to load the bases.
And we're back to the top of the lineup, folks, here. Again, Christian Caro.
No.
Great.
Oh, yeah, Christian
sorry.
leading off.
Adolfo Arribas leading off. Not Christian Caro. Adolfo Arribas is the leadoff. Worked well his first time. It was a bouncing ball. He did beat the throw to first. Again, possessing really good speed and also from the left side.
Coach Kell calls time. He's going to go out and talk to his infield. See if he can get them settled back in.
I mean, we'll take one here. More would be nice, but I'm not going to be greedy too early, right? We could chip away at this and then let the defense work when we get back out there.
Tell you what, somebody is burping in the stands, and it's just wafting back here. It's just pungent. Live play-by-play, more so than just the game. Fans in the stands.
Blowing. Yes, we are at ground level here on the concourse at Northeast Sports Complex here in San Antonio.
Now, Rivas will take for a strike.
North San Antonio.
Rivas 0 for 0. He reached on an error back in the first to lead off the first, and it was left stranded on third base. We do have some activity going to the Ranger bullpen. That pitch misses low for a ball.
Yep, and that's number 30 that looks to be running out there, which is Luke Williams.
Which he started game 1. This is when, Craig James saying this is when we need Landon Miller back. Laugh out loud. That pitch outside for ball 2.
Yeah, for the bases loaded. Hit an absolute nuke.
We got some good good speed on the base paths. Andrew Sanchez probably the slowest.
But he's only got 90 feet to go.
That is chopped on and hit over to first. That'll be played by Brett, but that will score a run.
That works.
That's as good as a sacrifice bunt.
That bunt scores a run, is not a double play.
That'll go 3-U on the putout of Arribas for out number 2 and score Sanchez and advance the runners to second and third. for Jacob Solis.
And honestly, if he had a chance to chop that even higher on the bounce, he could have potentially beat that ball out with the speed of Arias.
That'll bring up Jacob Solis.
Jacob Solis is the double.
Solis 0 for 0 with a sack bunt back in the first.
We'd love to see one of those patented Solis doubles here.
Gibson comes set. The pitch. This is cut on and hit over to third. That's played by De Hoyo. The throw to first in time, and that will do it. But the Raiders get 2 runs on 2 hits. They leave 2. And after 1.5, it's 3-2 Smithson Valley. On to the bottom we go. B. Williams says, that's my brother. Luke Williams, put him in to pitch.
Well, let me go ahead while we've got an opportunity here. I'm going to do a quick grab here of Luke Williams. Again, he was the game 1 starter.
I think, did he go? I don't even think he got an inning, right?
Not
to start.
Complete. Yeah, he started, and they pulled him because of the 4 runs that were scored. He only threw 29 pitches in that game, so he's got plenty in the tank here. With the way that unfolded, and they pulled him early in that game, and just similar fashion. Now, granted, Jack Doss in that same game went 3 1/3, but did have quite a few pitches remaining. I think he only ended up going 60.
Due up for the Rangers, Luke Schrader, Justin Fruschella, and Blake Allen. Carter May back out to pitch the Ranger second. No other defensive changes made by the Raiders.
Yeah, Jack Doss threw 73 pitches. Jacob signed 64, so both of them are available to pitch if called upon.
Craig James, we got a ball game on our hands, boys. Let's go, Rouse. May deals. This is fouled back and out of play. Way out of play for strike 1.
Trying to get to the charter bus out there. Made it a good ways that direction.
Justin Fruschella on deck.
Oh, beautiful.
That pitch in for a strike, and Schrader quickly in an 0-2 count.
Schrader thinking, maybe looking for something different on that. That ball was a little changeup right down the middle.
B. Williams, 15. Yeah, he did not do good in the first game. He's proud of his brother, though. You can tell that. The pitch, that is cut on and hit back up the middle. That is going to be a base hit. And again, Carter May tries to
barehanded. He's done that a couple of times this year. And
for the second inning in a row, Smithson Valley gets their leadoff on. That'll bring up Justin Fruschella. Blake Allen on deck. May from the stretch. Throw over to first. Not in time by a mile. It kind of pulled Gonzalez off the bat.
Yeah. See if I can't bounce.
Fruschella lays down the bunt. It'll be played by May. The throw to first in time. But he'll get the sacrifice. That'll go 1-3 for out number 1, and that will move Schrader over to second base.
Again, anybody wants a clinic in small ball, just watch this game thus far, as everybody has had the opportunity and has executed with bunting guys over. And
that'll bring up Blake Allen. Allen 1 for 1 with a double to lead off the first. And he will take high for ball 1.
And he's been consistent with calling that pitch off and high so far. Have not really seen him sway away from that. It looks really, really close. But that's obviously one of those discretionary calls when you're borderline.
That is hit foul. I believe his first one hit right on the line, right? down the right field
Down
line.
the right field line, yeah. It was, I mean, both of them absolutely tattooed, and that one was crushed, but just tailing with that wind assist, and easily was 4 to 5 feet left of the foul line. But again, our angle from here down, the one that was down right.
Momo says, go Raiders, get the win. George Garcia checking in. 1-1 the count. 1 on with 1 out here in the bottom of the second. May deals a breaking ball.
Oh, wow.
It looked like a strike.
Great looking pitch, and my only guess there was off the plate.
2 balls, 1 strike. P.K. Miller on deck. This is fouled back for strike 2. Two, the count, Talon. Schrader extends his lead at second. May checks him. He'll come home. Pitch down and away.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Again, home plate umpire appealing.
That'll take the count full.
Asking for the appeal down to first, and that was not even close. So.
The payoff pitch. Down the middle, swung on and missed for strike 3.
Blew it by you. It's the new
Nathan Miller checking in. Let's go, boys.
New city in Louisiana. Blew by you.
Huh. That'll bring up P.K. Miller. He's 0 for 0 with a sac bunt back in the first. Bryce Wells on deck.
Of course, PK was the one that laid down the good bunt there in the first inning.
A breaking ball misses outside for ball 1.
Not going to expect that here. Is again 2 outs.
Meemaw and Papa checking in. Hi, Raiders. Papa and Meemaw just now tuning in. Let's go, boys.
Welcome to the broadcast and to the crazy excitement of Game 3 of the District round.
This is win or go home for either team this afternoon. This is hit deep.
That's gone.
And I mean deep.
That's gone.
Over the left field fence. That is a home run for P.K. Miller. A 2-run homer.
Did he miss third?
And the Rangers extend the lead 5-2.
Now back with the Rangers, headquarters, number 36. Wow. Well.
That'll bring up Bryce Wells, who's 0 for 0. He sack flied to center, sorry. He will take outside for ball 1. Gavin Silva checking in. Let's go. Craig James, is that the Nathan Miller in the chat? This is hit to center again. This will be a base hit for Bryce Wells.
And again,
courtesy runner.
Is that who came in earlier?
No.
No, Gunnar Showquist. Yep, courtesy runner, Gunnar Shoquist, number 29.
Cooper Gibson on deck. As Aiden Barrett comes to the plate. He's 0 for 0. He drew a walk and came around to score on the RBI double by Cooper Gibson. Throw to first, not in time. Fastball high and outside for ball one. Throw to first, not in time.
Trying to, because I like where that camera's set up.
That pitch misses outside for ball two. 2-0 the count to Verrett. Breaking ball inside for ball three. Pitch outside for ball four, and Verrett draws back-to-back walks.
And now we do have activity.
Number 27. Or it's 21?
23, but that looks to be Jack Doss. Yeah. Jack Doss is getting warmed up.
Breaking ball misses inside for ball one.
And there goes a visit from Coach Kremping to talk, which Jack, I don't know that is he ready or Jack's
he's
turning
not
to
asking
look,
for the
but
ball.
no, he's definitely not. I think it's just more of a mental reset here for one of the seniors here on this Raider squad, Carter May.
Mary Morgan checking in. Go Rangers.
Well, he's been very after a bit of a shaky start early in the season, but Coach Kremping, just as he makes the umpire walk out there, decides to turn around and come back in and finish his powwow session and having a quick talk with the home plate umpire. Asked him something there. Not sure what that was all about, but
We'll get back underway. Cooper Gibson in a 1-0 count. Andrew Lunsford on deck. 2 on with 2 out here in the bottom of the second. Swinging and a foul for strike one. Looks like he tried to check his swing and just a soft little foul. That one definitely was not hit very hard.
not much of a grunt on that swing. Is that what you're saying?
That's kind of what I'm saying. Rangers leading this one 5-2. That is cut on and hit foul down the right field side.
Well, we got an error from fielding error from the
Smithson
coach's box.
Valley coach, yeah.
He was actually
No,
backpedaling whenever.
Did he get a glove on it? I mean, a hand on it?
Man, he was backpedaling and he sort of threw it out there like, man, you gotta body up those grounders, right?
Well, I think he wanted to give Rouse the opportunity to have some dugout fielding
There
percentage.
we go. And Mr. Glenn there. There he is. He went around.
He went around. And that
it's occupied. It was like, does he go? Does he not go? Funny thing is, he tagged him with the glove, not the ball.
Cooper Gibson strikes out to end the Smithson Valley second. But they get 2 runs on 2 hits. They leave 2. Actually got 3 hits, and they leave 2. On to the third we go. Due up for the Raiders in the third. Solis, Gonzalez, and Thompson.
Yeah, lots of ball to be played here, folks. Only coming to the top of the third inning. Very early in this game, but fireworks as we've seen even in game 1. Both teams going 4 runs each in the first inning and then sort of flattening things out before Raiders went up 6-4. Then it was 5-6, and then they finished with 2 more runs to finish 8-5 in that win of game 1. So anything can happen here has been the case, and it is playoff baseball. So
Gibson makes his way to the mound to start the third with Luke Williams still getting loose in the bullpen. Nona says, let's go Raiders. Let's go.
Yeah, as much as this home plate umpire has been a bit strict with the guys, he's letting these love watching it. Got some of the, looks like to be the younger brothers or possibly kids of coaches getting out there doing some ground balls with each other and throwing here in a playoff game.
We do have another pitcher headed out to the bullpen, number 32. That pitch down the middle for a strike. Actually, I got it wrong. Solis got out to end the second. 1-1 the count to Gonzalez. Don Holbrook, let's go Rouse. Pitch misses for ball 2.
You did say 30? Yeah, 32.
This is hit to Verrett. It'll be covered by Gibson at first, and that will get Gonzalez. That will go 3-1.
The other pitcher warming up, getting ready for Smithson Valley is number 32, Steven Ozuna, as well as Luke Williams is back out there again getting warmed up.
Pitch down the middle, a changeup for strike 1 to Connor Thompson. Thompson caught looking his first time up. This is fouled off for strike 2. I think he's giving the catcher just a
they took that off the foot. It got around that shin. They have obviously little foot pad protectors on their shin guards, that samurai style shin guards that wrap around and get really good coverage, but you could still get a ball right there at the tip of the toe, and I think that's where it got him. Another close pitch there goes. It's again high in the zone. He's not calling those this evening, but
yeah,
it's still
definitely
close.
Not. That pitch high, but we got to bring that bat down.
Yeah, I mean he's 2 strikes, but yeah, he could bunt it back into play.
Right.
We've seen that this season, haven't we?
We have. The 2-2 pitch, that is cut on and hit over to De Hoyo at third. The throw to first, and time. So Rocket, frozen rope, by De Hoyo to get the out at first. That'll bring up Christian Carl. Carl 1 for 1. He singled and scored. Back in the second. He takes for a strike. Pitch outside for a ball. Gibson toes in. He picks up the sign. A breaking ball misses high for ball 2. A 2-1. That is fouled back out of play. Count will leave it up at 2. It's a hit out to center. Miller dropped it.
Oh. He looked like he got underneath that as he's not
Well, I
happy at
think
all.
what happened was his glove was like this, Jonathan. Was down like this.
Was it? Okay,
Yeah.
I couldn't tell that, but he had a really good jump. He wasn't playing very deep at all, respecting the wind.
And of course, the
That's
umpire
going
right
in.
there watching it all the way.
I mean, we got the advantage of, again, as I said earlier, about 4 umpires. One of them is right there at second, so he turned and ran out there to watch that play. So he had a great view of it, but
That'll bring up Sanchez. Sanchez is 1 for 1. He singled back in the second. He will take for a ball.
I just knowing how quick PK was to get to that, I'd be hard pressed to see how he didn't. But yeah, like you said,
yeah, it wasn't that. It wouldn't hit very deep.
Caught it, and he was diving forward when he made that play.
That pitch outside for ball 2. Brandy Man, crush it, Jacob Connor. The 2-0, that's low for ball 3.
Well, they know the power here with Andrew Sanchez, and it looks like he is just not wanting to give him anything even remotely close to the strike zone, as all of these have been very low and away, all 3. So
That pitch outside for ball 4.
yeah,
And Sanchez will draw the walk.
again, I think that was a bit of a respect of the power that Andrew Sanchez possesses. As he showed it earlier with his hit up the middle, got through in a hurry.
Graves will come to the plate. He is 0 for 0 with a sacrifice bunt.
Sun peeking out just a little bit between the clouds here.
No, what is that? That pitch outside for ball 4, ball 1.
Same exact pitch as what was ball 4 to Andrew Sanchez, and Cooper Gibson not happy, thinking he caught a piece of the plate there.
Wells waves off the pitch. Gibson will reset. He comes set. Checks Caro at second. That pitch down the middle for strike 1.
And immediately Cooper right back in there ready to go for the next pitch. Not wasting any time.
This is hit just foul down the left field side.
Yeah,
Strike 2.
A lot of that ball right there is. It's like what we saw with, is that Bryce Allen, right? Or
Blake Allen.
Blake Allen.
The 1-2 pitch. This is fouled back and out of play. Graves calls time. He'll step back out.
Yeah,
Wells is going to head out to the mound.
As quick as he was ready to go earlier that time, he definitely was taking a long look in.
Carson Pruitt on deck. Gibson comes set. The 1-2 pitch. This is
Get down, get down, get down,
hit
get down,
deep,
get down.
but Schrader able to get there to make the catch, and that will do it for the Raiders. That'll be no runs on one hit. They leave two. After 2.5, it's 5-2, Smithson Valley. On to the bottom we go. Carter May makes his way back out. Two up for the Rangers, Lunsford, Morgan, and Schrader.
And no defensive adjustments here for your Raiders. All the same starters. All they're doing is Brody Sharp in to get some few warm-ups there to Carter May, while Carson Pruitt, who was coming up in the lineup, I think he was in the hole, wasn't he?
He was.
So
actually, he was on deck.
Oh, he was on deck. Okay.
Yeah.
So he had to get the rest of his gear on. All right.
Lunsford will chase some high cheese for strike one.
The high-fat cheese? Is that what that was?
That was some high cheese right there. That was about chin level. The 0-1, a fastball. This is hit foul.
Directly. Oh!
And into the bullpen. Takes a couple of hops.
Bullpen catcher actually was right there to try to receive that, and it took that.
Lunsford quickly in an 0-2 count. Trey Morgan on deck. The 0-2 pitch. Catches him looking for strike three. That's the third punch out on the afternoon for Carter May. Trey Morgan makes his way to the plate. He is 0 for 1. He grounded to first his first time up. He will take for ball one, high and outside. Luke Schrader on deck. Fastball way outside for ball two. Two-0 pitch. That's outside for ball three. That's high for ball four.
Partner just
pitch walk.
Looking a little indifferent there from pitcher to pitcher or batter to batter there as he comes in dialed in with the first three pitches there. And
that's his third walk of the afternoon.
Yeah, records the third out or third strikeout, and then the third walk following right after that with, as you said, 4 straight pitches that.
Well, Coach Crepane is going to call time. That might be it. Jack Doss standing at the top of the steps, and that's going to be it.
That will be it. Carter May
was 2 1/3.
Currently on the possible losing end of this one if it were to end now. As a senior, his last possible game appearance. But again, I have every bit of faith that these bats of ours for these Raiders can come alive and get us back in this game. Quick recap here for Carter May's afternoon. Again, as Michael just pointed out, he goes 2 1/3 inning, allowing 6 hits, 4 earned runs, 3 strikeouts, 3 walks on 51 pitches, total of 28 strikes. So, you know, the hits category is obviously the big number that stands out for you there. And I mean, none of those hits were little squibs or CNI. I mean, these guys are making really solid contact. Had the
PK,
2-run home.
PK Miller surely did.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he nuked that ball, never really peaked, did peak, but never really strayed from its line, didn't have a lot of movement side to side as it was just directly out over left field wall, and had another shot there to Bryce Wells out into left center that was brought in another run. And so we'll make way for the freshman, the game 1 starter, Jack Doss, again, who had 74 total pitches in game 1. So he's got another 36 underneath his belt right now. Again, that's a capped out at 110 total pitches for the weekend. These, if they happen to be a Thursday and then Monday, you know, then it'd be spread far enough apart that he would be able to.
Yeah, I'm sure he's going to be on a relatively. He's going to be close to that pitch count. I don't know. I have to go back. I know I've got it downloaded somewhere where what the pitch count is and the days of rest you need between, right?
You texted it to me, so which we can look.
Luke Schrader 1 for 1 with a single as he stands in. And he will take for a ball. Breaking ball in for a strike, and that'll even the count at 1. Morgan extends his lead at first. That pitch way outside. He lost the handle on the breaking ball.
And again, real humid air here. I know when we got out of the truck, when we got here, it hit you like a fog.
Fastball. This is lifted foul and just goes out of play. For strike 2, and that will even the count. 1 on with 1 out with Trey Morgan at first base. Justin Fruscella on deck. That is hit over to third. Knight has it. The throw to second for 1. Throw to first for 2.
Plenty of time.
Play.
Plenty of time to turn that one as Scott gets on the ball quick and turns, and Jacob Solis realized he had plenty of time, didn't need to force a bad throw.
That'll go 5-6, 6-3. And in a roundabout way, they go in order in the third.
So, Michael, as I saw here, you did send that to me. So, pitch count is 1 day of rest, 0 days of rest, 30. Obviously, this would be Saturday, Sunday, Monday, so 2 days rest. They are allowed 46 to 65. Now, this does not go into the 4 days rest, 110 pitches, but this doesn't really break it down by, hey, if you have 2 days rest, how many, are you allowed?
Right.
Again, I don't know if that resets. He's had 2 days rest, so does he get 65 pitches?
Now that I don't know.
And that's sort of where this chart would be a little misleading.
We'll see how that plays out.
Is in my eyes, you treat this as a weekend tournament, right? And you have
2 up. Carson Pruitt, and it's going to be Ashton Preston pinch hitting for Carson Pruitt.
Yep, number 22.
I think that's Grant Jackson, isn't it? 32?
Oh, sorry. I got the screen in my way.
Scott Knight.
Grant Jackson. You are all over it, my friend.
It's the high fly ball to short, and Blake Allen has it. He'll make the catch, and that will do it for Ashton Preston. 1 pitch, 1 out.
Now adding number 32, Grant Jackson.
And I love how some of the home plate umpires do a really exaggerated, motion about somebody different coming in. And this guy, he's like, let me just write it on my pad. Yep, okay, we're done. He doesn't announce it, doesn't say anything to the press box, or
Jackson will take for ball 1.
tried to check his swing, but ends up going around on that one.
1-1 the count. Swing and a miss for strike 2 on a pitch well out of the zone. Low and away. That pitch low for ball 2. That will even things up.
Those are the same exact pitch. They got the last 2 strikes against him.
2-2. Got Ribes on deck. A check swing and a foul.
Coach Manny Perez.
Get that coach's box fielding percentage.
Sporting that infielder's
little sunlight flashing across the field. Swing and a miss.
Drop third strike.
It's a foul.
No.
What a foul.
No, he
dropped third strike.
Yeah,
but he wasn't paying attention, or he could have taken off.
Yeah, he took off late.
K2-3 to complete the strikeout. And then that'll bring up Adolfo Ribes. And Ribes will take for ball 1 on a pitch that looked good. Yeah. Swing and a miss on a fastball.
If I'm guessing anything on that first pitch, I'm going to say it was low. But we will never know. Another one looked really good.
Breaking ball.
Breaking pitch and just not called strike. So.
That is fouled off for strike 2, and that will even it back up at 2. That is cut on and hit up toward the middle. Blake Allen has it. Throw to first. Well in time. That will go 6-3. And the Raiders go in order in the 4th.
Yeah, very quick inning there.
After 3.5, it's 5-2. Smithson Valley. 2 up for Smithson Valley. Fruschella, Allen, and Miller. As Jack Doss makes his way back out to the mound. If you want to go over the last week's scores, Jonathan. of district play, which we didn't get to do over the weekend through our technical difficulties.
25 5A scores. Again, we did see, and this sort of set up the playoff appearances here. Rouse winning 13-0 against Lockhart, and then 1-0 against Lockhart in game 2. Cedar Park winning 3-1 to Liberty Hill, putting them in, and as a result of that, putting them in a two-way tie for district champs with the Raiders. But then Liberty Hill did come back and win 3-2 at Cedar Park. Hayes winning 7-4 against Kyle. And then Kyle flipping the script and winning 4-2, which again also created a scenario as a play-in game for Glenn. So Glenn really needed that win by Lehman in order to get themselves an opportunity, which they took advantage of. They won 3-1 against Leander and then 3-2 against Leander, which again, that Lehman win created that play-in game on a Saturday, which Glenn did win 4-2, as you see there at the bottom. Of course, the standings finished out with Liberty Hill and Rouse tied at 12-2. Third place, Cedar Park. Fourth place, Glen Grizzlies at 7-7.
Justin Frusciella makes his way to the plate. He will take for a ball. Frusciella 0 for 0 with a sacrifice bunt. Blake Allen on deck. This is hit back up the middle. This will be a base hit for Frusciella as it goes into center field. That'll bring up Blake Allen. He's 1 for 2. He has doubled and struck out. PK Miller on deck. Allen lays down the bunt. Doss a little slow, coming off the mound to play the bunt. And there will be no error on that as he fielded the ball cleanly and just
really
have a
well-laid bunt. He perfectly is making Chad Doss run as absolutely far as he has to.
Well, Doss was slow coming off the mound. That's on him because he didn't play it off the mound. He stepped through his pitch, and then I think he just was looking down and didn't notice that he's the one to play it. PK Miller lays down another bunt, throw to first in time, and that'll move the runners over on the sack bunt. For out number 1. Runners at second and third.
Of course, you could tell PK Miller the flyer of the.
Coach Crimpine calls time and will make his way out.
Yeah, nobody getting warmed up.
Joe Burry coming in. So Adolfo Arribes, or not Arribes, Adrian Graves looks like he will be coming in to relieve Jack Doss.
Yeah, Joe Burry making his way out to left field. Adrian Graves, having not pitched yet in this series,
goes 1 inning.
Yeah, Doss with a full inning, allowing 2 hits, no walks, no strikeouts on 9 pitches. Knowing the gravity of the situation, Coach Crimpine giving everybody opportunities, but knowing that, it's your window's very small, right? And, to either produce or not produce. And if he doesn't feel like you're going to have it at this particular moment, he's going to go ahead and.
Well, it's win or go home. And
yeah, and he's going to.
You're playing for your playoff life right here. And right now, Smithson Valley holds all the cards.
And, of course, the umpire, take off all your bracelets, take off all your jewelry, whatever can be seen. And as Adrian's going to take his warm-up pitches here. Real quick recap, 26-5A standings. Again, we've already sort of discussed what has happened, but New Braunfels and Smithson Valley were the D1. New Braunfels being the 1 seed, Smithson Valley being the 2 seed in the D2 division. Bernie Champion, the 1 seed, and Piper is the 2 seed. And that, of course, is New Braunfels Unicorns. As I was thinking, it was New Braunfels Canyon.
Yeah.
Previously. The standings were the Unicorns winning 12-4, or tying Smithson Valley. Sorry. New Braunfels Unicorns and Bernie Champion were district co-champs. Smithson Valley at 11-5, the 3 seed, and Piper Warriors, the 4 seed at 10-6. Love to give a quick shout out to the Rouse Raider boosters. We obviously could not produce this or bring this broadcast to you without all of their help and the help of the families over the years, the booster members over the years that have put this equipment together and recruited Mr. Michael Francis to be the voice of your Rouse Raiders since the beginning of time. No, I'm sorry, just the beginning of our series and of our broadcast for 12 years now.
What happened?
They gave him a walk.
Intentional walk?
Intentional walk, yeah. Bryce Wells, intentional walk to load the bases, which does, again, allow for the double play ball to stay alive, but you do put bases loaded for the first baseman, Aiden Barrett. Wouldn't say he's been swinging it great right now, but God, he's a big kid, and at any point.
That pitch low and inside for ball 1 to Aiden Barrett. That hit back up the middle, right to Solis. He'll step on 1. He'll throw to first.
There it is. There's what you wanted, folks, and that is exactly how Coach drew it up. Put Bryce Wells on, give us a double play opportunity, and Jacob Solis capitalizes with the 6-6, 6-3 double play.
With bases loaded and works out of the jam. They get no runs on 2 hits. They leave them loaded. No, they don't. They leave 2 stranded and on to the 5th we go. Through 4 complete. It's 5-2 Smithson Valley. Cooper Gibson makes his way back out to the mound. He has 69 pitches so far in the contest. Due up for the Raiders, Solis, Gonzalez, and Thompson. That is your 2, 3, and 4 hitters.
Yes, sir. This is the spot to get it started is with that 2, 3, and 4.
Where did Canyon switch over to? Canyon didn't make the playoffs, so they were in that 26-6A lineup.
Yeah, I didn't go past
26-5A.
I didn't go past the standings, but
Are they?
No, they're not.
They're not in there?
They're not in there.
I guess they went to a different district then.
Interesting, yeah. I don't see
That's a good question then, Blake. We'll have to look that up.
Bernie just got squeezed out with a sort of a fall from grace as Bernie Greyhounds were in the top 25 of 5A seemingly all season long until that last week, right? And they, looked great and then nothing. And but yeah, then you had San Antonio Alamo Heights, Kerrville, San Antonio Thunderbirds, Wagner, and then San Antonio Veterans Memorial.
Well, I felt a little raindrop.
Yeah, I did as well.
Solis is 0 for 1. He has sacrifice bunted, and he has grounded the third. He will take for a strike.
Wind's definitely kicking up again.
Swing and a miss as he chases after a curveball that dropped. the bottom right out from underneath his bat. The 0-2 pitch misses just outside for ball one. Mason Gonzalez on deck. That pitch in the turf for ball two. Now we'll even it up at 2.
Of course, as much as this wind's blowing, Michael, that raindrop could have been off of one of those trees out just past left center and blew all the way here, you know?
That is hit back up to short. Allen has it. The throw to first in time, and that will retire Solis for out number 1. Oh, Blake is saying they're in 29-6A. Okay, so they went up in classification.
Now having first baseman number 9, maintenance goes Dollar.
I didn't realize they had went up in the last realignment.
Yeah, because it wasn't last year that they did not make the playoffs.
Well, last year they would have been.
Would have already been gone.
Yeah. That pitch gets the outside corner for a strike. 0-1. The count to Gonzalez. Connor Thompson on deck. That pitch low and inside for ball 1.
Of course, Gibson currently sitting on 76 pitches for this game.
That's a chopper back to the pitcher, and he'll lob it over. That'll go 1-3. That'll bring up Connor Thompson. Thompson 0 for 2. He has struck out looking and grounded to third. Christian Caro on deck. That pitch in for a strike. Pitch low for ball 1. That is fouled back for a strike, and the count will go 1-2.
And Luke Williams back up again in the bullpen down there, just seemingly being ready every inning.
And this is hit to short. Allen has it. Throw to first in time, and 1, 2, 3 go the Raiders for the second inning in a row. After 4.5, Smithson Valley 5, Raiders 2. Due up for Smithson Valley, Gibson, Lunsford, and Morgan. Adrian Graves makes his way to the mound.
Yeah, what did he throw? 2 pitches in the in his first.
Let's see.
Yeah, 2 pitches.
Yep.
Ball, and then ball in play. So to get the double play. So very fresh again, as Adrian Graves has not pitched in this series yet. Actually didn't have to pitch at the end of the regular season either. Has seen a handful of innings, though, throughout the year. Was a starter there momentarily, got 1 start this season before making way for Jack Doss, who came in and after 3 or 4 games and came in and just really was very solid as the
Interesting. Jack Doss wears number 42 in white, right?
Correct.
Because we thought they don't have it
in
the stripes. I just saw number 42 in stripes.
Well, it may be the size.
Oh,
well,
that could be true, too.
The size of number 42.
Could be true, too.
They may have it in a
Cooper Gibson stands in. He has struck out. He has doubled. And he will take for a strike.
That may be a size medium in 42 in light, and I don't think Jack Doss can quite fit into that one. And
No, I don't think so either. The 1-0, the 0-1, that's low for ball one. That will leave it up.
And folks, those that don't see him, he's not overweight. I'm not saying
No,
that.
not
He's a
that.
big kid, but he is not by any means overweight. Ooh,
Breaking ball just misses
great
outside for ball two.
Doesn't catch a piece of the plate, says the home plate umpire.
Two one. This is golfed
Play.
down to first, and Gonzalez will take it himself, step on the bag, and that will do it for Gibson.
I'm thinking we need to play with this for next year, and I don't know if we can.
What's that?
Manipulate and get our third base dugout to try to get this view.
Our first base dugout?
Yeah, first base dugout. I said third base. Sorry. What are they doing? What are they doing? What are they saying?
I don't know.
I don't know what they're saying.
They said it was off his foot.
Oh, they're saying that was a
foul.
Foul ball, not an out.
2-2 the count.
Interesting. Okay.
This one hit out to left. Joe Burry underneath it. He'll make the catch.
All for naught, and just to drug it out by one more pitch is no harm, no foul there on whatever that call was. But that sort of reverts back to why is he taking off running out of the box?
Yeah, what did if it hit his foot instead of popping around, right?
Yeah, so I
wow. I tell you what, those pitches sometimes just anybody else would probably call it a strike, but he's just not calling it. But he's doing that to
it's
both teams.
It's that up, right? That high pitch, he hasn't called it the whole game, and I mean you like that.
And then pitch in for a strike.
Comes back in, drops it about another 4 inches, and it's a strike. So yeah, I mean I'm not going to fault him on those.
I am.
Definitely had some other ones to be faulty about.
Just kidding. Swing and a miss.
Great.
That one definitely fooled him. He chases one that was
some crazy 11-4 action there. Is it just?
Again, that one outside for ball two. They will
back to the same pitch and not able to get the bite on that one.
Seeing some blue sky actually out behind some of those clouds. Swing and a miss for strike three. It says foul tipped into the catcher's glove. 2 away for Trey Morgan. Morgan compared to Saturday. Saturday, he was just on fire through both games, but he's 0 for 2 so far today.
The difference a day, man.
No, he's not. He's 0 for 1. He walked. He just got caught in a double play. Pitch misses for ball one. Swing and a miss for strike one.
Well,
I gotta learn to read my chicken scratch a little bit better,
Jonathan.
Jonathan.
Tipped into the mitt. It's been a long season there, Michael.
The 1-1, that's inside for ball two. Pitch low for ball three. And the count now 3-1 to Trey Morgan. That one is hit foul, and that'll work the count full.
Catches net and drops right in the dugout. Luckily, no Smithson Valley Rangers were there in the way, or it would drop right on their head.
That pitch misses outside for ball four, and Morgan draws back-to-back walks.
Oh, yeah. Seeing patches of blue sky, and now that shiny thing sneaks in again.
Now I'm seeing dots. I'm looking up into those LEDs. Luke Schrader will make his way to the plate. He is 1 for 2. He has singled and grounded to short. This is hit back into right field. That'll be a base hit. Trey Morgan rounds second, headed for third. The throw to third will be way off the bag, and Knight will not have a shot.
Tell you what,
to
good,
apply the tag.
great strong throw from Adolfo Arribas. Man, he's got him cannon out there in right field. I would normally say don't even make the attempt there, as he was already rounded second considerably before Arribas comes up with it, but still able to get it there quickly.
Justin Frusciella comes to the plate. He is 1 for 1 with a single and a sacrifice bunt, and he shows bunt again, lays off.
What? How did that miss him?
I don't know.
I saw him turn almost as if the ball went behind him, but Pruitt got a. Wow. That played with my eyesight there. I thought that ball went behind him, and
Blake Allen on deck. Again, Frusciella shows bunt.
oh, be ready, Carson.
2-0 the count to Frusciella. Schrader extends his lead, and he'll.
Morgan getting way down that line on the bunt, almost as if it was going to be a suicide squeeze there, as, of course, Pruitt's eyesight being blocked by the batter.
Pitch outside for ball 3.
Another really, really good looking pitch there, just not getting a piece of the plate. Called a ball.
The 3-0 pitch. That same exact pitch.
Same pitch.
Gets the corner for a strike. Interesting.
Guess he moved it over about a centimeter.
A skosh. 3-1 the count. 2 for Frusciella. Pitch misses low for ball 4, and Frusciella draws the walk to load the bases.
Wow. All right, got 2 outs here. Any bases alive? Field it. Get to the closest bag, get out of this inning, and get our bats back up.
Pruitt calls time. He's going to walk out and talk to Graves. Now you got a play at any plate.
I would imagine.
And base. Or
know,
play at the plate and base, so any spot.
Graves has plenty of pitches to work with, but once again, just in that situation, I would suspect that we will have somebody up in the bullpen possibly soon.
Blake Allen at the plate, and he will take for ball 1. Pitch way outside. Graves comes set. The pitch. Breaking ball gets the inside corner for a strike.
It seems like you got to go inside to be able to get that call right now, as the other pitches have not been catching the eye of the home plate umpire to get a strike call. That one did, though.
Graves will step off and reset. He toes back in. 1-1 pitch. That'll go to the backstop. Pruitt quickly on it.
Ooh, gosh, and he had anybody. God, he had him at first. Mason Gonzalez was calling for the ball. That
But Trey
deflected.
Morgan with a heads-up plays. He's quick behind the line, and the carom back off the backstop came right back to Pruitt. He quickly turned around and moved back.
He did, and again, that would be a difficult throw over the batter. But if he looked as he ran back to cover home, did Carson Pruitt? If he looked,
Bruchella was way
Oh, yeah, he looked
first.
late over to Mason Gonzalez, and he had days to throw that ball.
2-1 the count to Allen. That pitch misses for ball 3.
I just don't understand where we're missing here.
3-1 with no place to put him. Wow, he has really squeezed these pitchers today.
Nothing's really good, I guess. I don't know. And now what are we doing? Now the field umpire is calling for
he's calling for
all the guys to come in. The field umpire that was at second base or right behind second is requesting a quick get together with his compadres. I don't know what this is about. And now he meets with Coach Kale. And now he's going to go over and talk to one of his guys. I mean, they're up. I don't know that they really said anything. I mean, I wouldn't expect that the Smithson Valley players said anything to the umps. They're in a great situation here, and here we go. Coach is calling in Cooper Dye, and Adrian Graves' day will be over. I don't know. It's just so weird what's going on. Coach Kale went in to start talking to a couple of his players.
Rangers extend their lead 6-2 over the Raiders here in the bottom of the 5th.
So quick recap here. Adrian Graves goes 1 1/3 innings, allowing 1 hit, 1 run, 1 strikeout, and 4 walks. Granted, one of those was deliberate to end the last inning. He did that on 29 pitches, 12 for strikes. And again, just some of it looks to be a bit tightly squeezed, and you got to make those adjustments. It is playoff baseball, and can still get out of this inning. We got 2 more innings after this to muster up what is at least 4 runs to get back in this game. Cooper Dye, I never really saw him in the bullpen, although he could have been. I mean, we can't really see on the far right-hand side of the bullpen from where we sit here. He could have been in there warming up, and I couldn't see him.
Well, that'll bring up P.K. Miller. Miller has homered and sacrifice bunted twice.
Now having center field on number 12, people Miller.
Dye toes in. Breaking ball. Misses high for ball 1. Breaking ball gets the outside corner for strike one, and that will even it up at one.
Once again, 2 outs has been the case for a while now.
One pitch. Breaking ball outside for ball two. Fastball down the middle for a strike.
And I don't know. I don't like not being right behind the home plate, you know?
Yeah.
Being able to see these pitches delivered, and that could mean a whole different game for us to understand. But, of course, when you're there, then it's hard to see top to bottom.
The 2-2 pitch, that's low for ball three, and the count goes full.
All right, best on best here.
The payoff pitch, that is hit foul. That almost hit Schrader,
foul.
man.
I mean, it narrowly avoided the feet of Schrader.
Which he was in foul territory.
Very much.
So, I mean, it wouldn't have been an out.
But it had been hurt.
But he would have been hurt.
He would have been hurting pretty bad, as that was absolutely nuked.
It's all four. And another run walked in. Which the Raiders are having a walkathon.
Yes, they are.
Here as they keep handing out free passes to the Rangers. Unfortunately. That'll bring up Bryce Wells. He's been intentionally walked. He's singled, and he is sacrificed to center. Fastball misses low.
Which
ball one.
Again, been the MO.
Rodriguez got 2 quick outs to start the inning.
Graves
since has given up a single and 4 walks. Pitch misses for ball two. That pitch in for a strike, and that will take the count 2-1. All this has happened with 2 outs.
Mm-hmm. A lot has happened with 2 outs.
Aiden Verrett on deck. Fastball on the outside corner for strike 2, and that puts Wells in a 2-2 count. That pitch into the turf for ball 3, and Dye works himself into a full count. Coach Crampaine's going to call time.
Yeah, not sure. Maybe
talk to his pitcher.
Pruitt a moment, because Pruitt, I was flexing that right hand a bit. I don't know if. Yeah, he's still really working that right.
So why is the umpire out there with him?
It's because he's done it every time. Cooper Dye is now done, and in comes Colby Driscoll. So Cooper Dye not able to record an inning as there's 0 outs recorded there for himself. Basically 1 walk, no strikeouts as he only faces 1. I say 1. 1 and almost 2 guys. He's now going to, Colby Driscoll will inherit a 3-2.
The 5th Raider pitcher of the game.
And he comes in with a 3-2 count and bases loaded. Always an interesting scenario there when you inherit
at full count,
right? The pitch count from the previous pitcher. Gets 1 pitch to deliver.
There's no defense for walks, and Rouse has issued 4 of them this inning.
Yeah, 4 of them and a total of 8 walks versus 4 strikeouts. So, 4. And on the flip side,
I wonder why the home plate umpire feels the need to go out to the mound when the coaches call time.
Every single time. He gives them a very short leash to go out there and tell them, hey, you need to hurry up and get done having your discussion. But, yeah, he shouldn't be going out there. He's been that kind of guy, you know, from the get-go. And
full count. Driscoll winds and deals a swing and a miss for strike 3.
So single, a little grin there for Colby there as he comes in and gets 1 pitch option. You know, that's it.
Yep.
You're either going to get the
fastball down the middle.
Yeah, and then blows it right past him.
I'm sure coach is probably telling him, I don't care what you do. Throw a strike. Put so that it gets in play.
Yes, I mean,
let him hit it.
If he hits it, you know, and
at least if he hits it, we've got a chance. I don't know, but at any rate, the Rangers pick up 2 runs on 1 hit, and they leave them loaded. On to the 6th we go. Rangers leading this one 7-2 over your Rouse Raiders.
2 full innings
for the Raiders. Caro, Sanchez, and Graves.
Yeah, 2 full innings to make something happen here. It's definitely not game over, folks. I mean, we've got 2 innings. We've got
6 outs.
We've got 6 outs to work with. And, you know, it's a good spot here as both of these next 2 batters have had success tonight or this afternoon. We're not nighttime yet. And pitch-wise, Cooper Gibson has 81 total. Again, now we'll see how that sort of plays in, right? Because if you take his 14 before,
I don't think they do because he got a day of rest. It don't even matter. It don't even matter. So I think he's got 110.
110 over again.
Yeah. Nathan Miller, rally. Boy, he's like, we need to rally.
Yeah, we got to wake up.
Need to do some begging here.
Pass the smelling salts around the dugout there and get everybody woke up, man.
Yes, it hasn't looked very good for the Raiders.
They're very flat. Aside from that 2 runs that they put in to
pull us within 1.
Pull us within 1, and now we're chasing 5.
Which, I mean, it's not unheard of for the Raiders to come back from. That pitch is way outside for ball 1 to Caro.
Always capable.
Caro is 2 for 2 with 2 singles. The 1-0. This is popped up and hit out to left. Trey Morgan underneath it. He'll make the catch, and that will retire Caro for out number 1.
Yeah, that's not what we need, though. Definitely not getting it up right now with this wind is not going to be very successful.
Sanchez will take for a strike. On a pitch that looked outside.
Looked outside to me.
Sanchez turns on this one and sends it foul.
Luke Williams duck and cover over there in the bullpen as that ball was rocketed towards him.
Sanchez 1 for 1, a single in. This one cut on and hit out to center. PK Miller underneath it. He'll make the catch. And that will do it for Sanchez. As they get 2 quick outs, and Adrian Graves, actually Joe Burry, will make his way.
Yeah, because Adrian Graves exited as the pitcher. Burry stayed in left field, so he'll have an opportunity to swing the bat here. They have a ball there on the foul territory, so umpires, it's like, hey, you got a bat boy right there with a helmet on.
I think it must have come from him. It went over the fence. Gibson winds and deals. Breaking ball outside for ball 1. That pitch in for a strike. That is cut on. It's off his foot. Called a foul.
Oh. Yeah, immediately referencing the
1-2, the count to Burry.
out that wasn't an out, that was a foul that evidently wasn't seen.
That is cut on and hit the third. De Hoya has it. The throw to first. In time, and the Raiders go in order for the 3rd straight inning. On to the bottom we go. Raiders trailing by 5. 7-2, Smithson Valley. Due up for Smithson Valley, Verrett, Gibson, and Lunsford. Do we have a new catcher?
No, I mean, Carson Pruitt still has all the ear gear and everything in. He was about to run out there, and
Yeah, well, he was due up, so he's on deck.
yeah.
Okay.
So again, Brody Sharp keeping Colby Driscoll warm as Colby makes his way back out and now gets to start with a fresh set of downs. Oh, wait, no. Fresh set of pitches and no outs, no on, no pitch count, or no count to the batter.
Well, Gibson has been solid through 6 so far. Hayden Verrett makes his way to the plate. He has walked twice and grounded to short. He's 0 for 1.
Yes, he is.
Cooper Gibson on deck. That pitch high and outside for ball 1. That pitch down the middle for a strike, and that will even things up at 1. The 1-1, this is hit out to center. Connor Thompson in on it. He makes the catch, and that will retire Verrett for out number 1. That'll bring up Cooper Gibson. He has flown out to left. He has struck out, and he has doubled and has scored and driven in a run.
Yeah.
Fastball low for ball one.
A stat-filled day has Cooper Gibson.
Yes, he's been solid on the mound. He's put the ball in play at the plate.
Yeah, and a stat-filled day, not in a bad way, right? I mean,
Not
just
in a bad way.
A little bit of everything.
Andrew Lunsford on deck. That pitch sails way high. 2-0.
And home plate umpire asking for that one back as it bounced off of the backstop there and likely scuffed the ball. Not wanting to give any additional aid to the pitcher.
Pitch low for ball three. Fastball gets the outside corner for strike one. Fastball low for ball four. And the Raiders issue another free pass.
And another one. And in comes O'Malley to run for the pitcher, Cooper Gibson.
One on with one out for Andrew Lunsford. Pitch low for ball one. Pitch way outside for ball two.
Thought about offering it that one to Lunsford and check that swing.
That pitch high for ball three. James Swift checking in. Hello, Mr. Swift. It's been a while. Great hearing your voice, Mike. Keep doing your thing. Swift from Cedar Park, say hi. Need to hear Kid Hill's voice next year's. Yeah, I've got Jonathan. He's been helping me for several years now. That pitch down the middle for a strike. James Smith, father of Julian Swift.
How is Julian Swift? Is he still at it there, Mr. Swift? How's your boy?
This is fouled back out of play. And the count will go full.
Always scared to pitch to Julian Swift. Man, he could hit the ball a long way.
Trey Morgan on deck. O'Malley extends his lead at first. Driscoll comes set. The payoff pitch down and away for ball four. And another walk. Trey Morgan comes to the plate. He has walked twice. That is hit back up to first. Gonzalez will apply the tag, and it works as good as a sacrifice bunt.
Yeah.
Runners advance to second and third, respectively.
2 outs, so.
Kathleen checking in. We got game left, Raiders. Let's go. Let's go. Let's work that magic, Kathleen. Luke Schrader will swing and miss for strike one. Two on with 2 out. for Schrader. Schrader is singled twice and grounded to short. That pitch misses for ball one, and that'll even the count up. Man, that wind is really picking
Yeah,
up.
it is really whipping now.
Swing and a miss for strike two. 1-2, the count to Schrader. Kathleen said, working it. Here we go. You need to combine with Nona. See what you can do. We got 3 outs to play with here in the
Nona for
going into the top of the 7th. That is cut on and hit back up the middle. Solis has it. Throw to first. In time, and just in time.
Oh, that was close.
That'll go 6-3, and that could have gone either way.
It could have. That was very, very close. And
if they get no run,
Luke Schrader is just beside himself saying, I beat that. But they're not asking.
Oh, now we got fans in the stands that are cussing, and that's just inappropriate.
Yeah, from the winning squad.
Yeah.
But none of your coaches are appealing it. None of the coaches are coming over and saying anything to the guy, so you got to think that would be all about.
Julian starting at third base at Stephen F. Austin. Go Lumberjack.
Heck yeah. Good job. Great to hear that. Keeping that dream alive. Keep it going, Julian.
Appreciate you guys. Kathleen Forsell, yes, Nona. All right, well, Raiders got 3 outs here remaining in this contest.
Got to keep that Nona Forsell connection.
More if they can tie this thing up possibly, or maybe even get ahead.
And again, as we said, it's not outside of the realm of possibility here. The bats get going and find the spark.
Due up for the Raiders. Pruitt, Knight, and Erives.
That'll be the 8, 9, and 1.
Saying Noah Stover. Actually on deck for Scott Knight.
You would be 100% accurate there, Mr. Francis.
Now we're this far in the season. I better. That pitch in for a strike to Pruitt.
Started out with the strike.
Pruitt has reached on an error. Ashton Preston popped up to short. That pitch high and inside for ball one. That will even things up. Pitch low for ball two. 2-1 to Pruitt. I'm smelling fresh, hot asphalt.
Yeah.
Well, that will hit him on the arm. That's the first hit batter of the day for
either side, yeah.
That will bring up Noah Stover. Luke Williams still getting loose in the bullpen.
I tell you, he's probably thrown 500 pitches over there warming up. I mean, goodness, he has absolutely been pitching a ton. And we're getting
well, he's at 94 pitches.
Yeah, 94. So he's not going to say
it's going to be it.
Yeah, they're going to go
for Cooper Gibson. What a day he's had.
And all the warming up, and Luke Williams is not the one coming in. It is going to be, I believe that was 32 we saw earlier, which is Steven Ozuna. That is Steven with a PH. Yes, number 32, Steven, PH Steven Ozuna. Just like it sounds, Ozuna. So we will finally get to see somebody different than
Cooper Gibson.
He
came on in relief.
Great game.
On Saturday in game 2, and I think he went 2 innings. Didn't you say?
94 pitches. Do they count the 14? Because that'd be 108. He could have started another batter, but
I don't know, maybe.
maybe they're counting that and they're saying he's
Well,
got
I mean, he
108
could have.
total.
Well,
but
no, because he put him on base. So yeah, that makes sense. Coach Kell not taking any chances.
So here we go. Quick little recap here for the day on Cooper Gibson, who does leave us going 6 full innings, allowing 5 hits, 2 runs, 3 strikeouts, and 2 walks on 94 pitches, 1 hit batter. Obviously, the last batter he faced. 94 pitches, 56 for strikes. So, again, a really good outing. Having only the 3 strikeouts and I say only 2 walks, but with the 3 strikeouts. So, he outpaced himself there, which was nice to see. But again, his 2 walks, where on the flip side, you had a total of 10 walks issued by Raider pitching.
Noah Stover makes his way to the plate.
Of course, my boy Caden Kaspar reaching out to me there. I can't talk, buddy. Hopefully he's listening in on the game.
Me, Mom, and Papa say, Raiders, you can do this. Fire up, team. Ozuna deals. That's, wow, I'm not sure where that fits us, man. He is just.
And again, I'm going to say hi. I mean, he really hasn't given anything high.
Well,
That's about the only thing I can say about this guy.
That was
It looked great.
or high at best.
Looked good. Looked good.
This is fouled back out of play.
But he has consistently not called that a strike the entire game.
The 1-1, that's high and inside for ball 2. 2-1 the count.
Well, the Rouse faithful getting behind their boys as they're trying to fire them up here with 3 outs remaining in this game.
Colton Mott, courtesy running for the catcher. Swing and a miss. And that will even it up at 2.
Oh, yeah. Didn't see him come in yet, but
Ozuna comes set. The 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. And that will bring up Adolfo Arribas. Raiders down to their last 2. Nona says, always proud of our Raiders.
yes, ma'am.
First pitch. This is the outside corner for strike 1 to Arribas. Arribas has reached on an error. He is grounded to first and grounded short. He's 0 for 2. That'll go to the backstop, and Mott will take off to second.
Actually goes behind Arribas all the way to the backstop and doesn't get the great carom back to the catcher. It actually runs itself up the third base line. And, of course, Colton Mott able to scamper over to second easily.
Umpire said, let me look at that ball. It hit the wall. I'm going to check it. And he said, nah, it's
the wall. Oh, you put that one back in?
Yeah, he put it back.
Okay. Previous one he pulled out.
Put it back in
his play.
1-1 the count to it, Arribas. That pitch high for ball 2.
And wind is absolutely howling now.
It really is. Blowing out of the north. Actually, north-northeast. Ozuna toes in, excuse me.
Oh,
That
Okay,
pitch
so
hit the outside corner.
Hasn't called a high ball the entire game till now. That was probably the first one I've seen him call there.
2-2 the count to Etery base.
Up in the zone.
Ozuna checks Mott at second. Nobody holding him on. That pitch will get away from Wells. That'll be a
Bounces shy of home plate and actually off of his mask.
That'll be a wild pitch. Full count to Arribes. Jacob Solis on deck. Swing and a miss as he chases one outside.
High
for strike three.
Would have been ball 4.
And that's 2 away. As Ozuna has come on and gotten 2 straight strikeouts. Raiders down to their final out.
Shortstop, number 7, Victor Williams.
Ozuna deals. Fastball down the middle for strike 1. The 0-1, this is fouled back. And Solis in an 0-2 count. Raiders down to their final strike. Ozuna comes set. The 0-2 pitch. That's outside for ball 1. The 1-2, swing and a miss. And Ozuna gets 3 straight strikeouts. And Smithson Valley Rangers are your by-district champions.
Yes, they are. Great
Great pitching effort by Cooper Gibson. And Stephen Ozuna coming in to close it out as they beat the Raiders 7-2 in Game 3.
Yeah, hats off to them. They fell 8-5 in Game 1, but fought a great job, did a great job in Game 2 to scratch out the win, 3-2, and then came in here just firing on all cylinders. A lot of good shots early, good hits early to get on the board quick, and never looked back. So good job for Smithson Valley. A little redemption from last year as Raiders did take them out of the playoffs
And
in the first round. And
they returned the favor this year.
did return the favor, so
They take care of the Raiders in 3 games. And, of course, it comes this time of the season when you have to say goodbye to the seniors.
to the seniors, yes, sir. And not all of them, really. I mean, we've still got a very young squad out there, and several that we didn't really get an opportunity to see from injuries. Like a Brody Sharp, didn't really get to see much from him this year. And I know that coach was possibly going to see him in there, and so next year see some from him. We say goodbye to the likes of Andrew Sanchez and Carter May. Andrew, a big part of last year's run, and Carter May doing a really good job this year. And, they move on to the next level, and Colby Driscoll, we get to see him again.
Yeah, we'll get to see them. And, of course, we'll get to meet new ones as they come up, and we look forward to that. But what a season it has been for the Raiders. They did finish the season as co-champions of District 25 5A. And so Jonathan's going to run down the final numbers.
Yeah, the final here, 7-2, which it's not updating. It doesn't even show It's like they stopped. We don't have any update
Oh,
on
goodness.
the game changer. Again, final 7-2. Again, I think the story of this afternoon was the walks.
Yeah.
10 walks issued by Raiders pitching against 2 by Cooper Gibson. Not seeing a lot of walks. They did great defense. I mean, there was definitely some errors out there on both sides. I think Smithson Valley did have a couple of extras there over the Raiders pitching defense, but that was it. As we've said before, there is no defense against walks or errors, and wasn't a lot of errors, but definitely a lot of walks, and something that they'll have to reflect on in the offseason. And the guys will now move on to look at club ball, as they're going to be graduating, these seniors, and
They will.
move on to the next level. And the juniors, sophomores, freshmen that were on this squad will now look forward to summer ball and travel ball and trying to get their name out there in the likes of colleges and junior colleges alike, and try to move on to the next level.
Mary Morgan, thanks for broadcasting. Well, it's our pleasure. We've done this for several years. Actually, this is my 12th year to do this, and it's always fun to get into the playoffs and do this. And unfortunately for us, John, our playoffs run short this year.
This is only my second time to experience that. Honestly, I mean, only twice now, this year and in 2022, have we exited in the first round.
Right.
And really.
Last time it was to New Braunfels Canyon.
Yeah.
And this time to Smithson Valley. So
21 a deep run, 23 a good deep run into the quarterfinals, and
I believe
24.
I mean they will face the Seguin Matadors. I believe they are the Matadors.
I did
later this week, as I'm sure that Coach Kell will get with their coach and they'll work out scenarios for
pay attention to what the weather's going to do.
That contest. And it's supposed to be nice and sunny on Friday, so good weather for the weekend, and we'll see. But we want to thank everybody for tuning in and watching Rouse Raider baseball, and it's been fun to be a part of your lives and have you all a part of our lives as we've gone through the season and have gotten to know so many of you, Meemaw and Papa and Nona.
Hey, we get Nona again. We got Mason.
We got Mason for
Salise,
years.
all them coming back next year. I mean, we got the core of this Raiders group will be back next year to make another run at it, and we look forward to that.
Momo and Popo and all the Diaz clan, of course, Liliana graduating, and so for the first time in a long time, there will not be a Diaz in the Raider dugout.
Oh, I'm sure they'll show up. They'll show up and put themselves there. Veronica, just to be a part of another season.
Veronica Arnold and Steven. And, of course, Christina and Lou, great having y'all with us over the years. And, of course, it's been fun, and we've enjoyed it. So with that, Jonathan, I guess we'll say goodbye and wish you all a great summer. And until next year. We'll say goodbye for Jonathan Kaspar. I'm Michael Francis.
Mode Design.
Mode Design. Oh, and what was Ashley Orthodontics was the other one on the fence?
So definitely want to give them a shout out. The Hassanawats have done such a great job helping us out everywhere they can. They're first ones to raise a hand when it comes to y'all need waters. Hey, I heard something was going on with the camera and run over there. And Mr. Hassanawat has become my engineer assistant, when he knows I can't step away. And we really, really appreciate
of course
taking care of us.
They're moving on, and we will miss them, but it's great whenever we get these folks that step up and help us get our broadcasts done and just be a part of it, make friends and new friends each and every year that we do this. So,
yes, sir.
For Jonathan Kaspar, I'm Michael Francis. Good evening.